Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got a 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. It's a hybrid. Customer complaint warning lights. So I don't know if this one was like this, because I got this vehicle with already torn apart from another tech. So I'm here. I think this is going to be an interesting one. I hope so. So I just do a full system scan here. So we got CAN communication with our FATC. So I don't know if just because of the unplugging, but what I know was he got this code first time, U015587, lost communication with instrument panel cluster. That was his main code before. So interior antenna. So I think it's because of all unplugging, but I'm gonna clear this code and see if other codes will be off. So yeah, okay, so I tried to clear the code, but I think we have the same codes, the FATC here, and what else, we got an active code to our lost communication HVAC, instrument panel, ambient air temp, and CAN timeout cluster, FCA error, SCC, CAN signal. So let me write this down. What are components that needs to check? FATC, ambient temp, instrument cluster, HVAC control. Yeah, what else? CAN timeout, lane keep assist. So let's see first our ambient temp, what's going on there. I think that's the easiest one to check, and then we're gonna go through, and maybe it's just a communication, maybe there's a common connector here, because the ABS is saying that he can't communicate with the smart cruise control, or there's an error, especially on our FATC. That's our HVAC control. And also this guy, this is a GCAN FD, and the other one I think is just, CAN, regular CAN. So let me go on our ambient temp. Let's see, let's go to our data first. Aircon, let's see if we can see our ambient temp there, because as per the customer, this car has been sitting here for 2 days, 3 days, that it just happened that time. So I just want to, our AC cannot communicate. Okay, our cluster, let's see our cluster. We know that our cluster is on. Our HVAC, I can turn that on, right? You see that we can turn that on, off, but how come it doesn't communicate? So let me try one more. Let's go to instrument cluster, because that's what it says here, that he cannot communicate. And let's go cluster. This is the normal, maybe this is supervision. Let's see. Okay, so let's try the normal version. Cluster normal. Okay, so normal and supervision doesn't communicate. So our cluster, our HVAC, we cannot communicate. How about he say that he can't communicate our front radar and front camera. So Well, there's a bus error on that one. So let me try front radars first and see. Okay, so front radar doesn't communicate. Now, let me check our service information here. I don't know if he unplugged something. I just saw our center console was unplugged, so I unplugged that. I'm gonna go to our data link, body electrical. Let's go first our HVAC. Let's see which one is more easier to read. So I go to our instrument cluster. So we got ECAN, MCAN. There's ground, GM05. We got cluster and memory 10, fuse. And the only thing I can see of our communication is the ECAN and the MCAN. How about our HVAC? So let's check our HVAC here. Module 10, blower relay, AC1. We got front AC control module. We got ECAN there, right? Climate can there. Okay. Front AC control module. Front AC control panel. So that's two different than this module. Let me see this module. And there's memory 10 fuse too. So that's gonna be on that blower side. Okay, front AC control module. And we got their memory 10 amp. Okay. Your AC control module, front AC control module. We got a climate can. Okay. Let me see here. ECAN. Let's go to ECAN, because ECAN and the cluster has an ECAN too. I'm just gonna see here what's going on this ECAN. Okay, central control unit, ECAN, front AC control module. What else in here? Front view camera, rear corner radar. That's it. Okay, it goes here to our cluster. So cluster unit, ADS driving, ADS parking. Okay, so the end of that cluster on this ECAN is the cluster, and the other end will be the CCU. Where's the CCU? Location. So CCU will be under this guy here. So I think since our cluster is out already, what we can do is let's see this cluster first. Location. And that's the one on there. Our speaker 12.3, but I don't think I have a 12.3. How about the 4? location. Okay, so we're using this what do you call that, the 4-inch cluster wiring diagram, because if it's a 12.3 it's a different setup. There's gonna be a unit itself under here, but I cannot see any unit there. So first thing first, let's go to our cluster unit and then check our power and ground there. But we know that our cluster is on. I just want to double check that. Then since this is out already, we can measure right away our ECAN there and what's going on. But let's just check the basics first. What's involved: the circuit, power, ground. So you got 10 amp memory, 755 amp cluster, and we have GM05 ground. Okay, so let's go first on this fuses here, and then yeah. Okay, I have my fuse guide here. So we got memory 10 amp at the top and cluster 7.5 on the right side. So 7.5, let me check our test light first. I'm gonna poke one of these big wires here. Okay, my light works. 7.5. Okay, my light works there. Other side, light works. Memory 10 amp, light works. Light works. So our fuse is good there. Let me grab my small scope there, and let's see how's our communication on that cluster, the ECAN, I think. Okay, so we're gonna be checking our ECAN here. Pin number 32, that's green. That's our GCAN high, ECAN high, and yellow, it's gonna be ECAN low, right? So I'm here now at the back. We got green and yellow, so I'm gonna go poke this green first and see what's going on. That's too high. What's going on there? 13? ECAN is 13? Let me move this. Oops. Okay. That's our green. This looks like it's shorted up. So let me check our yellow now, right? So we see that that's all the way up. It should not be like that. So I think that's our data packets there that's moving around. Yeah, that's data packets. And I think this ECAN should be not be 14. I don't think so. It should be still driving at 2.5 to 3.5. So this is gonna be green and showing high, right? That's a downward, so that's supposed to be low, ECAN low. So let me go to the yellow side. Let's see what's the reading here. I'm gonna go to the yellow. Okay, so our yellow, that's supposed to be the low side. So right now, the way I see in the waveform, our yellow and the high is shorted. They read the same, right? I'm gonna go to the MCAN just to make sure. It's just beside of the pins that I was checking, black and yellow. MCAN low and high. So I'm gonna go to MCAN. So it's supposed to read like that. Let me adjust my time here. And our voltage. Oops. Yeah, it should look like that. Okay, let me just, yeah, that's the connection. Let's go on the other side. That's the low, right? 2.5. So there's something wrong on this ECAN. I don't think the ECAN should show like that. Okay, it's promising. Let's go to our connector. Okay, that's the connector. Let's press X this one. Let me remove this. So why is it? So one way we can check that, right? Since we're already at the end of this network on the ECAN side, I can unplug this guy, our cluster, and see what we have here. How do you unplug this guy? Okay, that's unplugged. Let's see what we have here. Green and yellow, still the same thing. I'm gonna poke the green first. That's our ECAN high. So ECAN high right now, still reading 4.5, right? ECAN low 14.5, sorry. ECAN low still reading same reading, right? Okay, so if we're gonna go to our network, I think I have to focus on this side here, on this network here. We got front AC control module, which is we cannot communicate. That's gonna be under there. We got front view camera, rear corner radar, right? Front view camera, it's here. Oh my god, that's hard to remove. So I'm gonna turn off first our vehicle. Let's measure the resistance there. We got, that's two terminating resistance, CCU, right? And the cluster, we should get what do you call that, 60 ohms there. So let's double check that. Data link, just to make sure that those two modules has the terminating resistor. This is CCAN. I need the ECAN. Okay, here ECAN. So this is our module here. Corner radar, cluster, ADS, front camera, CCU, the dual climate here, or the FATC, and the ADAS parking. So it says here our CCU is terminating resistance and our cluster unit is a terminating resistance. So we got 120, 120, and that should add up 60, right? So let's measure that first and see. Okay, so we got our 60 ohms there. Now I use my Pico now so that we can monitor both CAN wires. So we still have at least this guy ignition off right now, 12 volts. That's reading battery voltage, the same thing as on our low, right? 12.3. I'm gonna do ignition on. Let's see. Okay, and we have this, our, what do you call that, our capture right now. Put more time here, let's see. So that's still up. So what we're gonna do is remove each module here connected to the ECAN and see what we have. So we got front AC control module, rear corner radar, left hand. So let's see, FR51. Let's try to divide this and see what will be our reading. So FR41, that's gonna be on the left rear underneath the vehicle. Okay, FR41 51 by front view camera, EM11, because right now we're here connected to our cluster. How do you unplug this? MF51, if I'm gonna unplug that, at least that will separate the whole thing. Location MF51, that's gonna be this guy. Okay, that's easiest. So if I'm unplugging that, all I'm gonna be reading is this guy here, our cluster unit, right? If I'm gonna unplug that. So let's try that and see. Okay, so I just removed our trim piece here and then left rear kick panel. I forgot to mention too, the hybrid model, the battery on this one, 12-volt battery is at the trunk area. Okay, so what was that? MF11. So MF11 is this guy here. Let me just unlock that. And what do we have here? Okay, so right now my reading on our scope, so let me just stop this, let me lower this. So right now, that's 2.5, our base part of our communication. It should start at 2.5 and pulls up if it's a can high. Can low, 2.5 and go down, right? Around 1.5. So on our can high, it's reading right now 2.5, right? At the bottom part of that data packet. And then our can low, it's reading at 2.42, so 2.5, right? Which is good. So meaning our communication, at least from this side, from MF11, that's all going back here. That's good. So now we're gonna focus our stuff in this area. So which one is front view camera? We got rear corner radar there, and front AC control module, and the CCU, right? What I can do is I can plug in to our, which one is which, the MF11, that's going to the CCU side, or the front control module, front AC control module, and see if, just to make sure that we have issue going in there, right? So that's good. That's gonna be MF11, 10 and 11. Let me see here. 10 and 11. Let me click this guy here. Let's see what colors 10 and 11. And let's see this one too on our connector side. What's going on? Because why does it show? Looks like it's shorted to battery voltage. Our pins here looks like that's all. Looks like there's no bent or anything. So MF11, what's the number again? Oh, 10 and 11. So 10 and 11. And 11. 10 and 11 is on there. So that's gonna be, there's two spaces. Okay, this side here. 10 and 11, two corners. So that's gonna be on this side here. Okay, green and yellow pink. It says here. Yeah, it looks like yellow pink or yellow orange. Okay, let's close this. So what I can do is back probe these two here and see if we have the same reading on our going to the cluster. So meaning that's the connection going to the cluster, and then check this side here and see what's our reading there. Okay, so I hook up my other two extra channels here. So let's back probe these guys here. Okay, so let's back probe now. So the question is, let me stop this. We got a capture now. Oops. So green, let me maximize a little bit here. So green. So green will be 2.4. So around 1.2, right? 1. And then yellow will be 2.4 to 4. Okay. The blue one, I don't know why it's showing a big spike here, but let's see if they have the same voltage here. So 2.4 to 4. So that's our high, can high, right? So let me plug this in back. Ignition on. Oh, close this. Let me ignition off first. Let me plug this back in here. Let's see what we have again. Okay, let me play our scope and ignition on. So ignition on right now. Let me stop this guy. Let's go maximize again. What we have, red still reading what, 12 volts, yeah, battery voltage. And green, yeah, they're all the same, right? But when we unplug it, the voltage reading is totally different. So something is shorting it up. Let me just blue, red. Okay, let me unplug this guy again. Oh my god. So I'm gonna poke the other end of it. I'm gonna use our yellow first and see what we have there. The yellow is reading, that's battery voltage. I can see it. So stop. Let's go to the yellow one. I just use one probe first. Where's that guy? There. Okay. So that's when I connected my yellow probe on my scope. Let's just maximize that quickly and see our voltage reading there. All right. The yellow part will be starting at 11 volts. All right. So something is not correct there. So let me, that's the top one. That's gonna be our can high, I think. So I'm gonna go can low now. Oh no, that's the can low. This is the can high. And yeah, it shows the same too. Battery voltage in there. So no choice. We're gonna start unplugging stuff and see which one of this area here. Front view camera, rear corner, front AC control module. Let me check underneath the vehicle on that area here if I can unplug that stuff there and see our voltage waveform here. Okay, so after I unplug our FR51 here, right, that's on the left rear corner there, our waveform went back, right, which is a very good thing. And when I unplugged it, I saw a water came out from the connector itself, right? So let me do a scanning in here and let me see, at least there's no more too much we call that multiple warning lights here. My front radar error there is not there anymore, and look at that, looks like my warning lights are out now. So I'm gonna show you guys in that one. We're just gonna be crawling here under the vehicle. I didn't lift this up. Let me put our flashlight here. Oops. Okay, so when I unplugged this connector and I saw water came out from this guy here. I don't know if you can still see it. See, that's kind of wet there on our connector. And what's this side here? Yeah, there's water there. Let me grab here. So it's shorting out. That's shorting out. Okay, I hope I didn't drop the water there. Let me just see. Okay, so I don't know if it will pick up in the camera, but there's water on this connector here, so it's causing that short. So I'm gonna dry that off and plug everything back on, and then let's see our waveform and check our codes. Okay, so I just blew some air here in our connector. I'm gonna plug this in now. I guess later if the blowing of the air fixes the issue, I guess I'm just gonna cover this connector, because there's already cover here on this side of the vehicle. Okay, so this, I can hear that there's a warning, so there's some short still. So there's still a short. I got a warning there. My reading went up. Okay. Now the question is, where's that connected? Right? What else on that FR51 is connected on that one? That's for sure. That's for rear corner radar. Comes with the lights, I think. It doesn't say any names here, but what we can do is, I guess I'm gonna go back here. Oops. Turn signal, let me see here, and trailer lamp, FR51. FD. FR41. I need the FR51. So 41, that's different. That's I don't think that's the connector that I took out. Yeah. FR51. So we're gonna look for the FR51. Let me look for that and see what circuit is involved, because I already blew some water there, came out. Well, let's see what else is going on in this circuit. Alright guys, so I pinpoint all the pins that's connected to the FR51, and that mostly is for the corner radars. So we got 2 power, ground, the ECAN, the indicators, and the communication lines between the left and right rear corner radar, right? So I removed that panel there, right? And the corner radar is very accessible. So as you can see there, that our corner radar is accessible here, unlike the older models that's all the way on the tail light area. So I removed this guy. My data looks okay, and I found this guy here, that corroded wire. So I got no choice on this one. I don't think I will fix this. I'm gonna call the harness on this one, this guy, and I wonder this corner radar if that's corroded there too, but most likely that's corroded. So I'm gonna call our extension harness, our bumper area. And what else? Let me just double check the other side if it's gonna be the same too. So I am plugging this one. I'm just gonna remove our right rear corner radar. Looks like it's clean, but I guess this corner radar is so low, they sit in low position of the vehicle. You can see there, it's full of mud already on our radar itself. Okay, so I'm gonna go full system scan. At least right now we don't have that, stuffed vehicle. There's something wrong with the vehicle, right? Because we took that out. But I know our waveform here, it's ugly because we're missing a module, so that's why it looks like this, right? So we're missing a module on this one. But I'm confident enough that our issue is that one, our left rear corner radar corroded, right? So I'm gonna plug in my scan tool and see what we have there, and yeah. Alright guys, so I just cleared all the codes and we don't have any codes here, right? And I can communicate with our front view camera, air conditioner, right? Front radar, corner radar, no communication because I unplugged our left rear, and the left rear corner radar is the master module for both left and the right. So yeah, I just gonna need to recommend a new harness there for that, and then the left rear corner radar. I don't know if I will be doing the repair for that, or the previous technician who did this inspection before. But yeah, so it's good that we found the issue in this one. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that diagnosis, and let me know what you guys think, and thanks again for watching. See you next time. Hey guys, so welcome back. It's just an update for the Santa Fe. I did do the job, so I just replaced our harness, remove our rear bumper assembly. So most of these new cars of Hyundais and Genesis, they have this wheel molding here. Before you can access the bumper to take it apart, you have to just flip it a little bit, right? Your tail light, there's gonna be screws here, and there's clips, and underneath is the same thing as all the rear bumpers. There's some mounting bolts for these guys here, right? So I put everything back together now, a new harness, a new rear corner radar. So for a close-up, that's our, where's the light? Oops, there's no light, but yeah, as you can see there, it's all corroded. And our connector for that, is this the one here? No, that's the one. Where's the, okay, here. That's our connector for our blind spot on the left side, right? So just to verify everything, I'm gonna just put this up here on our car and then hook up our scope and see our pattern. At least we can see the pattern right now, if it's better or not. It should be better, right? And yeah, we'll see. Alright guys, so here's my capture right now. Let me just stop this and I can zoom in. Oh, you know what? Let's just adjust the time here. Okay. So our blue is from 2.5, right? Then going to, that's 3.5, 3.3, more or less like that. The red is 2.5 or 2.4 to around 1.5. So that's how it looks like, our CAN network or CAN waveform, right? And if I'm gonna minimize this quickly, this one when we're doing testing, right? I didn't capture the one that when it was all plug-in connected, the front radar, but this is the one that when I unplugged the connector for the left rear corner radar, sorry, not front radar but left corner radar. So right now it's fixed. I just did the variant coding on the left corner radar and calibration. Let's go to the cluster quickly just to make sure that you see the left corner radar and the harness fix the issue. So as you can see there, I just do the ignition on right now, so that's why we have the check engine light, battery light, and the oil light, because I'm still charging this 12-volt battery because it's dead. But yeah, no more multiple warning lights there. So yeah, it's just an update, and yeah, thanks again.